Hi everyone, this is Renee from Nostalgic Needlework. Do I look tired? Do I look like I have really lost a lot of sleep and just need to rest? Well, let me tell you, my body may be tired, but my soul has been fed. I just got back on Monday from the cross-stitch retreat in Sevierville, Tennessee that is put on by Katrina Boyd. Katrina is awesome. I encourage each and every one of you to attend one of her retreats if you have any possibility of doing so. This was my first one, and I'm tired because I stayed up late, I laughed, I met precious new friends who I felt like I already knew from Facebook, some from Facebook, but mostly from Flosstube videos. And now they're just my friends and family. If I tell you that I sat at the table with the Twisted Stitcher, Vanna Pfeiffer, and Half Stitch, Cross Stitch, Dina, and Stitching by the Lake, Marlene, then you can only imagine how much fun we had. And on the other side of me was Stephanie, and I'm going to have to link her channel below because I can't remember the name of it right offhand. And then I will link everybody and that I met, and you can maybe go check out their videos. I'm going to tell you folks, everybody that I met at this retreat, each one is exactly the person that you see on their Flosstube video. They are caring, loving, wonderful women who will support you, pray with you, check up on you, and do anything they can to make you feel included. I went to Sevierville kind of nervous because it was my first retreat, and to be honest, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really prepare well with my stitching because I didn't know what to take, and I didn't want to take anything too complicated because I know me, and I know that I knew that I would be talking, and I worked the entire weekend on a Christmas ornament of baby Jesus in the manger. By the end of the 2 days, I finally had gotten baby Jesus in the manger stitched. And I've been home for 2 days and I still am working on the little lambs, and I think I have the donkey to stitch. And when I show you that piece, you are going to say, you have got to be kidding me. I spent a lot of time looking through patterns. I live in Georgia and we don't have any cross-stitch stores close by. So all of the patterns in the mobile store that Katrina had so willingly offered up was just a treat to me, and I ended up sitting in the floor just going through pattern after pattern, getting an idea of what each one that I'd heard about on YouTube, or I had maybe seen a website, seen other people stitching, actually looked like. The designer, Teresa from Shakespeare's Peddler, was there. And between she and Vanna, I was just starstruck. I think all of you cross-stitchers will understand. And Teresa designed a special piece to be offered only through Katrina right now at her retreats, and possibly later through her through ordering. I'm not sure, but I know right now it's just available at her retreats. And I had to get that piece. Teresa had stitched it up and had it completely finished, and it was just the perfect souvenir from my very first cross-stitch retreat. She also did a trunk show where she had beautiful, beautiful things that she had designed, or reproductions, and we could see them finished, and then she offered the patterns. I'm getting in real late to the game, and I saw her patterns from Raise the Roof of turkey dressing, Santa Claus, all the clothesline series, and I had to get one of each. Number one, I had been wanting some patterns to change with the season, and when I saw that turkey dressing, that just did me in. I was also able to get some fabric for it's the opalescent, and I was able to get that for the Santa clothes one. I also have Easter cotton, and I can't think of the other one, but I'm going to show you later. I'm sitting outside of the doctor's office in my car waiting on my son, and if you go to Dina's Flosstube at Half Stitch Cross Stitch, she does a wonderful interview with Teresa from Shakespeare's Peddler, and she had videoed the pieces that were there, and it's just a wonderful representation of what Teresa designs and the person that she is. She is absolutely wonderful. She also offered us a free pattern that I was thrilled to get. I've not done any of her pieces yet, so this is going to be a real treat for me. I've been inspired by all the stitchers that were sitting around me. Vonna stayed so close to getting finished on one of her pieces that she's doing for Christmas, and yippee, she finished the first one, and she was starting on the second one while we were there. She is the most fun, the most godly lady, and I'll just never forget my first meeting her. Marlene from Stitching by the Lake, she is everything that you would expect and more. Such a godly lady, such a she reminds me just of a Southern belle. She's just perfect. She's very polite, well educated, and just a lot of fun. And I so enjoyed hearing her stories and watching her stitch. I know she finished one piece, and she was working on another one. She may have had two finishes, I'm not certain. Dina from Half Stitch Cross Stitch was working on several larger pieces, and they were lovely. She tells on her video what they were, and seeing her stitching in person was even more amazing than the admiration I had for her from her videos. I'd heard people say that the cross-stitch community was just incredible, and I think the only way you can truly get a good vision of how giving and loving they are is to be at a retreat. It came at a much needed time for me. It was good to get up there with people who enjoyed what I did, and just to be engulfed in everything cross-stitch. I had so much fun. I had a dream while I was there one night. I dreamed that when I went to check out from Katrina's mobile store, she said, "Well, Renee, your total is $2,517." And I woke up in a panic. And so the next day, I kept thinking, I have got to whittle these patterns that I've pulled down, because there is, and it wouldn't have been $2,500 anyway, but that was just so funny. So I think I came away spending maybe $100 on between patterns, flosses, and fabric. And the pieces I got were really special to me. I'm going to show them in another video after this one. But they're all, I think, lovely patterns. I met Lori from Mischievous Stitches. She is just as wonderful as she appears. She's got a great video up also of the retreat that you want to go look at. And she has put me, through her graciousness, in touch with some more Georgia Stitchers that I hope to get to meet in person sooner than later. I think there's a guild that I want to join, and they get together about once a month, I think, and stitch, and that's going to be so much fun. Donna has reached out to me. It's Debbie and Donna, and the name of their video channel escapes me, but I know it's D Squared on Flosstube. Donna kindly reached out to me and has invited me to the next get-together that they have. She didn't have an exact date, but she's so sweet, and I appreciate, Lori, so much, you putting me in touch with them. You know, it's kind of I can go back and trace the path of the circle that led me to these people. When I made my first video, one of the first people that reached out to me was Marlene from Stitching by the Lake. And Marlene took it upon herself to tell a few of the Georgia Stitchers that I was making videos. And Dina contacted me shortly after Marlene did. They subscribed to my channel, and because of Marlene and Dina sharing my name with other people, some more Georgia Stitchers either started watching my channel or I started watching theirs. And then I heard about Vonna on several of those channels, and I had to go check her out. And Vonna has a gift. All of the ladies that I was with this weekend have a gift. But Vonna has a gift for needle arts that has definitely come from God. And her other gift is her ability to reach out and care for people. I have to say the same thing about Dina and also Marlene. And Stephanie, who was sitting beside me, and I'm going to list her channel below. I'm so sorry, honey, I can't remember it. But you were one of the first Georgia Stitchers to reach out to me too. And she's got the most beautiful baby girl. And she was at the retreat, and Stephanie's mom had come to watch her while Stephanie stitched. I think Stephanie said that's what she had given her. Her mom had given her for her birthday. And what a wonderful idea. And Stephanie was one of the people who reached out to me and said she'd love to get together and stitch sometime. And she and I ended up purchasing the same pattern, one of the same patterns, and we're hoping to get to do a stitch along after the first of the year. She was working on some beautiful pieces. But my point in all of that is that because of the kindness of Marlene, I now have friends that I feel so close to that even though we don't live right as neighbors, I feel like I could contact them at any time and ask them for prayer, ask them for advice on a cross-stitch piece, ask them when is the next event that you know of coming up. And they're just my friends now. And Marlene, that's one of the greatest gifts you could have given me. Dina, I believe God places people in each other's paths because they have connections that are beyond explanation, earthly explanation. And I felt that with Dina from the first time I watched her video, but now that I've actually met her in person, she's reached out to me even before we went to the retreat and told me when they were getting together to go to dinner, that they were going up a day early if I wanted to do the same, and we'd all go out to dinner. And many, many other things, Dina, that you know I'm talking about. And oh, what a gift from God. My son is calling me, so I'm going to close this up, but I'll be back soon with my new video. God bless you.